Okay, so now I'm going to talk about watch points. We discussed them a little bit when I was down there, but I was having some issues with it. I think I figured out what I was doing wrong. So I think what I'm going to do is put a watch point basically on this LED display. So if I click on it, I can see its address is at A. So what I'll do is open this trigger settings dialog, and under the trigger settings I can say I want to, and these are the 13 or whatever different types of triggers that you can do. So I'm going to do a memory access at address A. So trigger A is not defined, so what I need to do is go in here and tell it what address I want. So that was 0xa. If you hit OK, I don't think it actually does what you want, because I think that's what I was doing when I was down there. You need to actually set it. So once I hit set, then it sets it, and then I can say OK, and then everything's groovy. So now I hit go, and all of a sudden I see that I hit this if LED display equals 13. So this is, I just basically said any memory access. So in this case it's actually reading that value. So every time I run through this loop, it's going to read that, and it's going to break based on the fact that the trigger has occurred. So if you wanted to, what you could do is modify that again, and instead of doing it on a read-write access, just do it on a write access. So again, hit modify trigger so that it takes, hit OK, and OK from there. Now I hit go, and so now I'm not hitting that condition anymore every time I read the value. However, down here I slightly modified my code so that if the photosensor value was dark, then I would go ahead and increment that value. So if I cover it up, then my trigger occurs. You can see the LED display has incremented by 1. So basically there was a write access to that memory location. So not a whole lot to it, but it's pretty basic. Again, all these are documented within the PDF directory, and within that trigger settings dialog, you have a lot of the options are already set up for you. So you can basically say, I want an address range, or so on. So I think that probably describes it well enough. If not, you can always contact me. Thanks a lot.